Romer's men, Fagan's men. It's a war zone down there.
The mainframes are in an abandoned silo beneath the warehouse. The only way in is through a series of mining tunnels. Warehouse 76 has an elevator that goes down to them. Once in the silo, you'll need a series of keycodes to operate the computer. You'll have to get that from Richard Erickson. He's in charge of Farcom's European operations, so he must be down there somewhere.
Where can I find him?
Fagan was in the process of moving the shipping office, but it used to be in the second story of one of the warehouses.
I need to tag all the viral caches down there so nothing slips through the cracks. How many carrier bodies are there?
I'm not sure.
There are dozens of warehouses down there. You won't have time to search them all.
Farcom has developed a device that allows you to detect the virus remotely. Erickson probably has it.
Leon, keep trying to contact Markinson. Mara, you'd better be telling the truth. Watch her closely.
Gabe, with both sides killing each other down there, you should be able to stay out of sight long enough to get the job done. Be careful.
So, post-commentated video is post-commentated. So when I was recording this mission, I thought I had messed up on my recording, and so I didn't save my voice file. So I'm post-commentating this episode. But here we are. We're at the Farcom warehouses. This is the last area of the game. Including this one, we have only 6 missions left.
Erickson, move.
Who are you? What do you want?
I'll ask the questions. I need the access codes to the silo mainframes. Now.
But I don't know.
I'm going to count to 3, then I pull the trigger.
But look, I don't know the codes.
2.
All right. Here it is. Please.
Stay here. If you move a muscle before I return, I'll take you out myself.
So, as you can probably tell by the music being different,
That scanner should help you find the viral
sorry, I just
carrier.
drank a glass of milk so my voice sounds weird. Ugh. Okay, I think I sound better. Okay, so, yeah. What was I talking about? I already forgot. Oh yeah, including this mission, we have 6 missions left in the game. So we're almost done with this. And then I can get back to recording Mega Man and Digimon, so yay. So, the goal for this level is that there are like dead bodies that are carrying the Syphon filter virus, and we have to go around these warehouses and tag the viral bodies. Also an M79 hidden up here. I haven't post-commentated in a really long time. It's kind of weird, because it's always going to be that instance where whenever you post-commentate and you look at your gameplay, and then you just look at yourself and you go, what are you doing? Just gonna ignore those guys. You see, the thing about this mission is that there's 2 factions of troops. There's Romer's men and Farcom security. And, ugh. That didn't feel good. But, they're gonna be killing each other, so they won't prioritize attacking you unless you, like, get up in their face. Also, I'm going to be picking up grenades. Like, there's, like, a few boxes of grenades and M79 ammo in, like, this last section. In these last 6 missions, I mean. Now, it had actually been a long time since I had last done this mission, but like, so I don't remember everything off the top of my head. Now, this weapon we just got right here, the Biz 2, this is probably this is my most favorite weapon in the entire game. In all of Syphon Filter 1, the Biz 2 is the best weapon in my opinion. It's automatic. It can fire in like very small bursts. Like you just tap it to fire a bullet like a normal gun, like a normal semi-automatic pistol or something. And it has a lot of ammo. And it's also really powerful. I mean, I don't know if I talk about this in a later video, but this thing chews through flak jackets like there's no tomorrow. But sadly, for enemies, it's the same thing. Now there's an electrical fence right there, and we can't get past it. Guess I'm just shooting people just so I can get away scot-free. not take damage on my way out, or something. I don't know. Like I said, it's one of those instances where I just don't remember what I was doing. I also love how, like, when I was targeting that guy, I was still hitting the guy where his body was still falling down. I know I'm going to talk about this in the next video, but since I'm post-commentating, I can at least talk about anything I want for the next, what is it, the next 20 minutes or so. But, yeah, I just bought a copy of Advance Wars Days of Ruin for the DS, and I love the absolute living shit out of it. It's amazing. For those of you who haven't played Days of Ruin, it's amazing. Though some people would disagree, but that's not the point. I also have Advance Wars 2 on my Wii U from the Game Boy Advance Virtual Console. Now, I want to record videos of Advance Wars 2 on my Wii U because Advance Wars 2 is amazing. If you haven't played it, I recommend it. But then again, strategy games might not be your thing. It's basically like a grid unit moving turn-based strategy game like Fire Emblem. In fact, Fire Emblem's gameplay was based off of Advance Wars, believe it or not. Advance Wars came out 2 years earlier before Fire Emblem did, both in America and Japan, respectively. By that I mean back on the Famicom in Japan in like 1980, like in like 1987 or something like that. They came out with Famicom Wars, and then it was like a year or so after that they came out with Fire Emblem for the Famicom, which is Marth's Fire Emblem, for those of you who don't know. And then they redid Famicom Wars for the Super Famicom Wars. It was just a remake, which everything looked a whole lot nicer and things looked cooler and all that mess. But then then came Advance Wars. It's called Game Boy Wars. It's called Game Boy Wars Advance in
I found and tagged a virus carrier. I'm not sure what Fagan was planning here. It looks like he had enough of this stuff to wipe out a continent.
I'm trying to tap into NATO's spy satellite so I can get a fix on your position, but the agency computers must have crashed.
Don't worry. I've got it covered down here.
Okay, as I was saying. Yeah. In Japan, Advance Wars is called Game Boy Wars Advance. So it was like, but like Advance Wars was the first, was probably like one of the first tactical, like strategy-based RPG games that came to America, as far as I know. No, there had been others before then. Like I remember playing Command and Conquer Red Alert for the PlayStation 1. I think the PlayStation 1 version of it is called Command and Conquer Red Alert Retaliation. I mean, every time I look it up, that's what it seems to be called. But anyway, aside from that, but yeah, but when Advance Wars was localized here in the West, that was actually about, I think it was like 2 years before Fire Emblem 7 came out here in America, which Fire Emblem 7 is the one with Lyn, Eliwood, and Hector. Now, after playing Advance Wars 2 and after seeing it, I've kind of solidified my decision that I think Advance Wars is so much more better than Fire Emblem. And the only reason I'm saying that is because, I'm gonna be honest, I suck ass at Fire Emblem. I suck at Fire Emblem so bad. Like, I'm not good at strategy, and I would want to get good at strategy. That's the thing. I want to get better at strategy games. Like, whenever I go to Advance Wars, I always watch Mangs. He's pretty good. In this tunnel, there's an electrical fence that's in our way. Again, we can't do anything about that until we shut the power off to them. And like I said, if it looks like I've already done this mission before, it's because I edited out my deaths. just so the video wouldn't go on as long as it was. I think it was like 35 minutes when I was doing it like the raw video is anyway. Don't worry, we'll go back to things being taking forever, and then especially in the next part. The next part it's stupid. I was being an idiot. Okay, and what was I? Oh yeah, as I was saying, the thing about the thing about Fire Emblem that always killed me was the fact that I always had to do my best to keep everybody alive, and that's what made it so hard. Because you guys do not know how many times I redid the last mission of Fire Emblem 7 until I beat it. Like, I literally retried it like 20 times before I was actually able to beat it with no one dying. And that's when I saw that I unlocked Hector's story, and then I also unlocked hard mode, and that's why I was like, you know what? I beat it with Elliewood. I'm done with this game. This game is way too hard for me, and it pretty much was. And then I played Fire Emblem Path of Radiance for the GameCube. That one felt easier, but then again, I still struggled really hard with it. And then, what was the next Fire Emblem game I played after that? Oh yeah, Fire Emblem Awakening for the 3DS, like one of the newer ones. Now, that one was actually good. It was good, don't get me wrong. Like, the fact that, like, people could die and still be alright. I mean, I had to play the game on casual. I couldn't do it classic. If I did it on classic, I wouldn't have any fun with the game. I'd be getting frustrated all the time. But, aside from that, I still kind of struggled with it, though. Like, there were still moments that just, like, killed me. And, I mean, like, there's still one mission. I still haven't done Radiant Hero yet. I can't do Radiant Hero. It's so damn hard. Like, I've been stuck, like, every time I try that mission, I game over every single time. I did game over so quick. Because, like I said, I'm not good at Fire Emblem at all. But, then I played Advance Wars. When I played Advance Wars 2, when I got it on my virtual console, off the virtual console on my Wii U, I fell in love with it immediately. Just because of the fact that I know the resource management and deploying units is how it worked. It reminds me of Command and Conquer Red Alert Retaliation when I was playing that all the time when I was a kid. I never really did the campaign for Command and Conquer Red Alert Retaliation, but I might just call it CNCRR. That's probably what I'll just call it. Or I'll just say CNC. Whenever I say CNC, I'll mean Command and Conquer Red Alert Retaliation, because that's the only Command and Conquer game I've ever played. But playing Advance Wars reminded me of that, but except it had that Fire Emblem style, because that's the thing I loved about Fire Emblem. I love the sprites, I love the graphics, I loved everything about it. But the game was just so hard that I couldn't enjoy it. I mean, it was hard for me anyway. So, and then I picked up Advance Wars 2, and then I started playing through Advance Wars 2, and I love it. I love Advance Wars 2. I played the living shit out of the game. I mean, I still kind of do, but I mainly got it because I wanted to play against my friends, because we could just play against each other on the same TV screen. But the sad fact is that nobody else has really played the game, and so whenever they play with me, best way I can say it is that it gets kind of one-sided. So, like, I don't have any friends to play Advance Wars with, but that's why I wanted to go ahead and mention this, because I'll probably do a separate video of it. I don't know, maybe. Basically, it's just that, like, I want to record videos of Advance Wars, like, even if it's against computers and stuff like that. And I just want you guys to, like, give me Advance Wars, like, give me maps on Advance Wars 2 to do, and then, like, choose, like, what commanding officer I have to be, which commanding officer I'm going up against. That way I can just, like, well, I just want to increase my, I want to increase my knowledge with strategy games like that, because I'm not a good strategist. I'm not. I mean, time has shown that several times, I believe. But yeah, just talking about just talking about Advance Wars while post-commentating over Syphon Filter. I totally forgot that I was even playing the game, but then again, that's just something I wanted to get off my chest. But yeah, Advance Wars Days of Ruin. Days of Ruin is really fun. I love it. In fact, I actually have a CPU versus match going on right now. I'm having on Deer Harbor. I'm having Forsyth battle Calder, just to kind of like see who wins. Also, there's this one map my friend made on Advance Wars 2. It's a really cool map. I want to like record it sometime. Now, one thing about the viral scanner is that all of the bodies are only inside of warehouses. They're not like in anywhere. They're not anywhere outside. Now, I thought I was getting somewhere in here, but then I realized
Gabe,
this is actually the end of
You
the
haven't
level,
completed your objectives.
so I have to go back. That's not the case in the next mission though, and you'll see that happen when I balls up like an idiot. See, it says I still need to look for 2 more bodies. Now, I always try to kick open the doors down here in the underground, but the thing is though, when you're in these underground tunnels, you can't kick any of these doors open, so might as well just throw that out there. Oh man, I feel like it's a lot more painful post-commentating because you see how much you really F up, and then you realize that you know where everything is then. Like, I remember, like, that Pokemon Ruby playthrough, I don't know if you guys know about that, but, like, how it's like, it only ended at, like, part 16. Like, I actually had, how many parts was it? I had a full 69 parts, I believe, of it, but I knew I would have to post-commentate over it, but I seemed like such an idiot playing that game. Like let me put it to you this way: if I was rewatching my Pokemon Ruby playthrough, like the videos, which I can't right now because I deleted them all to make space, I would literally slap myself because of the fact that I knew it was me playing, because I literally was playing like someone who did not know anything about Pokemon. Like, why would you throw a Sharpedo out to fight a Cradilly? Like, seriously. That's like suicide, and yet I did it anyway. There's actually a window up here we can get into. That's how we get inside of this warehouse. And this is where another body is. Alright, and so now it's just finding the last body. Actually, grenades and flak jacket down here. So many grenades. And I thought it was funny how I was just stuck between that guy and the barrel. That was funny. Also, I'm trying to get ready for the game I have in October. The way I want to do it is that I want to go ahead and start recording it now as soon as possible and then upload them, but schedule them to start coming out in October. That's what I have planned anyway. I seriously doubt it's going to go like that. I mean, especially with the fact that I have until November 18th to complete the Pokédex again. I mean, I feel like I'm making progress. My friend has a lot of legendaries there's a lot of legendaries my friend doesn't have, and so I let him start a new game on my Omega Ruby, and he's plying through it with a level 70 Swampert that obeys him, by the way. Now there's actually 3 guys in here. That's why I pulled the M79 out, because this is where the last body is, I believe. Yeah, I didn't know those 3 guys were there, and that's what got me killed. And there it is, the final body. So yeah, he's playing through my Omega Ruby to catch all the legendaries from the other version that he does not have. Me, on the other hand, I managed to complete 2 playthroughs of X and a playthrough of Y. So now I have all of the legendaries that are on both X and Y. I have the 3 legendary birds, Mewtwo, Xerneas, Evital, and Zygarde. So now, since my friend's plowing through my Omega Ruby, I'm plowing through my Alpha Sapphire with a Blaziken that obeys me. And no, it's not cheating. Basically, like, I started the game with that starter, and then I transferred that starter over to my X and Y, and I plowed through the game with those 2, and now I'll move them back to the original trainers. That way, they'll be able to obey me. But, yeah, now I'm going to plow through Alpha Sapphire and catch all the legendaries there. I'm trying to do all legendaries first, because legendaries are a huge pain in the ass. Like, the thing about, like, I'm trying to think. The reason why I'm doing legendaries first is because, like, mainly it was the 3 legendary birds. The 3 legendary birds on X and Y are, like, literally the worst legendaries in history to try and catch. It's ridiculous. Because if you have X, Y, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, I'm pretty sure with just those 4 games, you can catch every single Pokemon. And I'm using the bank to, like, move them back and forth between games. But enough of that. Seems like we're done with the mission now. Went ahead and tagged the bodies. And now, time to end this level off.